Alright, welcome back to another Embrace Destiny video, everyone. Today we are checking out, we are checking out the Necrochasm, which I was fortunate enough to get by completing Crota's End and finishing the quest. So, you've probably all seen this weapon already. The perks, melee kills automatically reload a portion of this weapon's magazine, which is super awesome for me, the ever-loving Titan. Causing damage increases its stability, which is great. And Cursebringer kills with this weapon trigger a Curse Thrall explosion. So you can get an ornament for it if you want, make it look like that. I kind of like this better. It also got some perks here. I prefer weapon stability, and then it's really a choice between what to use here. As you can see, its rate of fire is maximum, but its impact is pretty light. I was running on this to reduce the recoil, but then I found it was like shooting a stapler gun. So I've got accurized ballistics on. Should I try that for the video? No. Doesn't really. It says it increases the impact, but it doesn't show a difference. So anyway, we're gonna run with this.
Alright, and just before we get started into the match, the first thing that I want to let everybody know is that I had a lot of trouble actually capturing the gameplay footage here. I probably ran 6 or 7 different Crucible matches on different days with different settings, and no matter what I could do, it seemed every time I equipped the Necrochasm and played, I got choppy video and audio. So I actually had to record the audio, this commentary afterward. Obviously, I'm not blaming the gun. I don't think that's a perk, you know. While equipped, you can have a hard time streaming, but just wanted to apologize in advance for that. I think it's fine, and with the after effects of audio, you should be able to follow along quite well. But I just wanted to apologize about that at first. I'm still going back and forth. Was just growing my channel, and I'm still trying to decide if I should get a capture card. There are obvious numerous advantages, you know, the ability to offline capture your own footage and then stream it later, but it is a big expense, and it is kind of a change. I mean, I've been casually recording everything from the comfort of my living room and from my couch, and then I just go into another room and I record the narration later. So having to use a capture card, I would have to bring my laptop out to the main room. It's not a big problem, you know, first world issue, but I'm still trying to decide if it's worth the effort. So anyway, yeah, I thought I'd run Rift here, because with the Curse Thrall explosion, it pays to have your enemies kind of cluster together in a more local manner. So that was my thinking here. I really wanted to do Control, but it's not available in the Crucible rotation this week, as per when I'm recording anyway. So I wasn't able to do that. So Rift it will have to be. I had some conversation with people as to how. Yeah, so you can get a headshot pretty well there. I mean, I got some help from a teammate on the side. I had a debate with somebody online the other day about the effectiveness of Necrochasm in the Crucible, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised here that it's actually decently useful. It's got with the different perks on it, it's got a decent stability. Yeah, Titan fail there. I've been playing other classes for so long that my Titan skating is still amateur at best. It's been a while since I run that, so I just kind of ran into a wall and died there. But a couple of quick kills right away with it. Like I said, I'm liking the stability on it. I can usually maintain at least body, obviously, headshots, and its time to kill is longer than other weapons, and that's the main disadvantage that I would have to say for this weapon. A lot of times, a lot of fights in the Crucible, especially if you're doing team-based game matches where you can get you know, crossfire and stuff. It's all about time to kill. So, so it's all about trying to engage that gunfight first, get the surprise on your opponent, and get out of there. And that's obviously true with any weapon, but I feel like it's more important, let's say, when you're using this Necrochasm. I was laughing earlier because I stopped using fusion grenades once I saw how many people were complaining in the community about it, and I thought, you know, incendiary grenades obviously have a greater area of effect, and but I'm getting so accurate with them, I'm starting to throw them right at the enemy's feet, so it's almost the same as using a fusion. Not a bad super. It's funny, lately I've a couple of times when I pop my super, it feels like turning the lights on and cockroaches just run everywhere. Everybody scatters and then you have to chase them down. I mean, obviously Titan skating makes you incredibly fast, but it is kind of funny when you round that corner and everybody just vanishes. I like the holographic sight. It's kind of neat. It looks interesting, and I wasn't sure how I would fare with it, but as you can see, I've been holding my own fairly well. Headshots are fairly easy to attain. I haven't gotten a Cursed Thrall explosion yet. I haven't been able to, you know, kill a weakened enemy with the explosion of his comrade. I tried several times. We'll see. Yeah, I've been really tearing it up in the last week or so with the Necrochasm. I mean, it surprised me. I started using it a lot because it was, you know, it's a gun that takes a while to get if you don't do raids that often. But I found it to be a lot of fun. I like auto rifles. I'm pretty good with them, and it may not be my favorite. I kind of like some of the harder hitting ones, but oh yeah, what a cluster of Guardians, and we didn't even drop the spark in. You can hear how angry Shax was in the background. But yeah, maybe not my favorite auto rifle. I prefer a bit more accuracy and a bit more impact, but it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. It's surprisingly useful. I've used it in PvE as well, obviously, and the perks there are more advantageous, let's say. Obviously, the Cursed Thrall explosion, your PvE enemy is going to bunch up a lot more than your, than your Crucible. Oh, here I get into trouble. Just kind of like flying, hoping I don't die, and there I go. Yeah, sometimes I get a little over aggressive. And sometimes I don't expect the entire team to be around that one corner, you know? I think they're a little bit further out on the map, so... It's also got a lot of ammunition in the clip, which is good. I feel that this is a really team-based weapon. Now, I mean, I played some Rumble, I played some Clash, some Rumble Supremacy with it, and it's okay. But I feel with the high rate of fire, kind of low stability, I feel like this is more of a team-based weapon. And there have been a number of times where I've cleaned up kills, or at least got the enemy's health started by just letting loose hip-firing my rounds into a cluster of enemies. I was doing doubles, and we ended the match when I think I had 2 kills, and my friend had like 20, because the time to kill with this weapon is so long that all I was getting were assists, so... Oh, crossfire. Oh, I got the kill though. Nice. Obviously, picking up the spark, you're gonna get a lot more points in Rift, but I was actually trying to avoid picking up the spark, trying to clear a path, and I've been doing fairly well, I think. I'm not trying to brag. I just Necrochasm is a comfortable auto rifle. I mean, it's no Suros regime. For a long time I was using the Hakon's Hatchet, very stable Rise of Iron, or Iron Banner weapon. But the range on this is actually better than I expected. I had been keeping... Oh, nice grenade. I had been keeping myself at a medium range, but there have been times when I've been able to pick a Guardian off from from a lot farther than I expected with such a unstable auto rifle. Bunch of Destiny 2 news has dropped recently. I expect you've probably already seen it, but there's a number of different articles online. Basically, let's see. No randomized weapons. Every weapon will be as is. There will be, no variants of that nature. Yeah, see, the time to kill there is way too long. If you don't get the surprise, if you don't have the element of surprise behind you, it's a lot harder to kill, especially against someone using like a high-impact IS Luna or Palindrome or whatever, or any of the special weapons, obviously. Yeah, so Destiny 2 news. Let's see. No randomized weapons, although they are talking a little bit about some customization, perhaps with the mods, the weapon mod slots that might be. The radar in Destiny 2 is going to work a little bit differently. It's going to have a set distance, and if you are outside of that distance from a player, that player will not be able to see you on the radar at all. Crouching will still have you pulse on the radar, but it will pulse less frequently, I believe. Trying to remember other things. Raid, I believe the first raid is going to be released pretty quickly. Sorry, yeah, I'll come back to the gun in a second. Yeah, so check out that news. There's a couple of different Game Informer and VG 247 articles that talk about it and interview Luke Smith. But yeah, so one interesting thing that I haven't really had too much of a chance to exploit in the PvE environment is the Cascade ability. So basically, this gun, if you get a melee kill, it will reload a portion of the magazine. So when you're playing in PvE raids and stuff like that, I mean, melee kills are a lot more common than they are in the Crucible. I've said it a couple of times, but I feel like it's a lot more difficult to get a melee kill in the Crucible. It takes 2 to 3 hits, whereas most enemies, statistically in the story missions, one melee hit will kill them. So the Cascade has a great ability. You're able to reload your weapon as you melee with it, and then you can go back to firing it again. And every kill you get causes your enemy to explode. So I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot. It's kind of a shame that it's taken. Well, I guess it hasn't taken me that long. I know the raids, the new revamped raids, have been out for a couple of months now, but yeah, I've been enjoying it. And I look forward to kind of finishing up Destiny with this as an option. So, yeah, see, another assist there. Not bad. But yeah, so Necrochasm, fairly good, highly stable if you use the right perks. Time to kill is a little bit lower, so maybe use it if you want to challenge or if you're in a team-based match. But obviously it does pretty well. 29 kills. I don't think I actually went to the other screen to see what my kill-death ratio was, but what do you guys think? Do you enjoy the Necrochasm? Do you not? Leave a comment below. Feel free to like or subscribe if you want. I'm trying to grow this channel, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the Destiny 2 beta coming soon. Bye now.